I'm a media professional and a financial inclusion advocate, and I'm super excited to be having a fireside chat with Lafarge today. So without any further ado, let me tell you a little bit about Lafarge in case you don't know about them already, and then I'll invite my very esteemed guests to join me on stage. So as you know, Lafarge Africa produces quality and innovative concrete and aggregate solutions for small and large projects. Aside from that, Lafarge is also a responsible social organization that supports stakeholders, including government and businesses, a bachelor's degree in pharmacy, and an MBA from the University of Benin, Nigeria. He has functioned within the capacities of strategic business management, driving sales volume across trade channels. He's a certified Print 2 expert, and he has also successfully managed several cross-business sustainability projects. Prior to joining Lafarge in 2019, he worked at the British American Tobacco for 14 years in different capacities and the Nigerian-German Chemicals PLC Pharma for 7 years. So please put your hands together and welcome Gbenga Onimowo, who is the Commercial Director for Lafarge Africa. Let's put our hands together for him. I think that we can do a better job than that. I know that we all have just had lunch, but let's encourage him as he comes onto the stage. Gbenga, it's a pleasure. Please join me on stage. Thank you. So Gbenga, you're going to use this mic. Can you just test that it works?
Yeah.
Great. So how do you feel being at the Nigeria African Natural Resource Energy Investment Summit? How's it been for you so far?
I think it's been an awesome day, very wonderful deliberations. I think it's a very important topic that we've been on yet, which we definitely need to keep it for that if we have to actualize the ambition of Nigeria becoming very industrialized.
Very nice. So let's start with some background on Lafarge Africa PLC. I feel like a lot of people know that name. You know, as a company that builds solutions that's involved in mining. In your own words, what is the focus of Lafarge Africa? And how do you plan to create value for your shareholders?
Thank you. I think it's important to know that Lafarge Africa PLC is a member of the OSIM group. And OSIM is a global leader in the innovative and sustainable building and construction products and solutions. So you can imagine that we leverage that strength from a global perspective. In the country, Nigeria, there's a lot that we can bring to the table. At Lafarge Africa PLC, we have about 4 cement plants cut across the country. We have 2 in the southwest, precisely Oweko and Shagam. We have 1 in the south-south, precisely in Pharmacy in Cross River State. We have another plant in the north, Ashaka in Gombe State, with a total capacity of 10.5 million tons per annum to meet the needs of the Nigerian market. And beyond that, we also the only player in the cement industry with the ready-mix concrete business. This is about 400,000 cubic capacity that we have for this. We plant cut across major hubs like Lagos, Abuja, Ogun State, and also in Port Harcourt. Yeah. We've also in 2019 established a mortar plant, a new plant in Shagam. And this actually caters for the production of tile adhesives. So we have a suite of tile finishing materials, and this is also complementing the building solutions that we have. So for us, also, because of our sustainability agenda, we have geocycle operations, which actually begins to lead new ways of waste management. So we are a very responsible and ethical company, and we value strategic partnerships in the areas of global climate change and, of course, sustainability development. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. I know that you basically outlined, what Lafarge does and how you add value, to your shareholders. Just wondering, in your own words, why is Lafarge Africa the partner of choice?
We have been around for over 6 decades with a lot of expertise and experience, leading in this industry, especially from an innovative point of view. And for what we do, it's basically underpinned on sustainability agenda, which is 4 pillars. We look at climate and energy, the circular economy, nature, and people. So for us, it's building progress for people and the planet, and the sustainability agenda actually continues to make us the preferred partner of choice in the industry.
As we're talking about sustainability, this summit talks about the fact that change is possible and is beginning to happen, but many argue that change needs to happen more quickly. How will Lafarge Africa accelerate its efforts towards a more sustainable built environment?
Thank you. Like I mentioned in the morning session, our 2025 strategic ambition is themed accelerating green growth, which also ties to the theme of this summit. So proactively, we're actually ahead of the curve in terms of sustainability and building the acceleration to a greener world. There's so many things that we're already doing in Lafarge. If I give an example, last year we introduced about over 50 trucks that are actually using the LNG, fueled with LNG. So this actually is part of reducing the carbon emission footprint for us. And several other things we're doing in that area too. If you look at our Greek ecology project in the north, where we actually begin to biologically treat the wastewater and make it usable for the farmers. And this actually provides water for them to do irrigation all year round. And I think for us that's really quite phenomenal. It's the first of its kind, and I think we already have approval from the government on this. And several other things on the sustainability side, which we are accelerating. If you also look at in terms of gender diversity and inclusion, I think we're also very much ahead on that. The board of Lafarge Africa PLC, we have a female representation of about 47%.
Oh wow,
and the executive committee, we have a female representation of about 18%, and in the entire organization about 10%. So I think we're going to drive this sustainability agenda and ensure, this continues to give benefit to just not the people, but also the planet.
Thank you. And you've been talking about sustainability. Sustainability can mean different things. It can mean energy sustainability, and various other things. Why is it important for Lafarge to have a 47% female board representation?
I think for us, there's power in diversity, and we believe that, we talk about women inclusion, which of course a lot of people have played down in the past. For us in Lafarge, we have actually supported this because we've seen that yes, women bring a lot to the table, and it's something that we will continue to push for, not just in Lafarge Africa, and even across our global business.
Very nice. So as you know, housing is a huge issue, not only in Nigeria, but across Africa. I'm interested to know how Lafarge is contributing to the Nigerian construction sector.
Yeah, I think we actually keyed into this whole agenda of building mass housing to cater for the growing population of Nigeria especially. We've been in several engagements with the government to support in several ways. But one of the most important things is that at Lafarge Africa PLC, we will continue to focus and prioritize the production of high quality products and solutions for the building industry. I mean, if you see several of the monumental projects and edifices in the country, because we've been there for over 6 decades, we've been part of that, and building that whole infrastructure development. And for the housing segment specifically, we have a range of products that actually meets the different needs for housing projects. We have even invested also in innovations for new ways of building faster, building greener. On a global point of view, we've actually completed 3D housing projects. I think even in some parts of Africa, in Malawi, for example, we were able to build a block of classroom. After the substructure, if you look at the frame of the building itself, was done within 48 days using 3D print. And so this helps you to build faster. It actually cuts a lot of waste. And I think that's one of the things we need in this country. It's not just to build mass housing, but to build it very quickly. Otherwise, you see there are a lot of projects that started and never even get completed on time. So for us, this is a technology that actually helps you to achieve that. And we are actually set and ready even in Nigeria to actually run a project on that, a pilot project. So we'll continue to have come up with different innovative ways of building and supporting the whole mass housing agenda for the country.
Wonderful. And what's your outlook for Africa's economy? In terms of growth prospects, do you think that Africa's growth trajectory will be appropriate in the next few years?
I think from our perspective, we see huge opportunities in Nigeria and in Africa. I mean, we're talking since the sessions, you see lots of opportunities even in the solid mineral alone. So for us, this actually creates growth opportunity that as Lafarge we are also working on this. We need continue to invest in this country, to continue to expand, to cater for the needs in the growth industry. And we believe, the opportunities are huge and benefits are there, and this should actually attract investment from the private sector and even foreign investments.
Very nice. So this brings me to my last question. To end our fireside chat, I feel like it went by very quickly. But essentially, we've been having discussions in the beginning of this conference, around industries around the continent and sustainable mining and a sustainable future. As a staff member of Lafarge, how is Lafarge Africa planning to truly support this sustainability? And beyond the things that you've said today, what does sustainability mean to Lafarge, and how do you plan to be a sustainable business going forward?
Just like I mentioned earlier, sustainability is actually a core to our entire business operations. Looking at the 4 pillars I mentioned, as we continue to drive that, we actually align to the global sustainability development goals. And we will continue to drive this in various ways, in various forms, with a lot of investment in our research and development from a global point of view. There's so many opportunities we see that will continue to help us drive and actualize this even in Nigeria.
Wonderful. Ben, I'm wondering if you have any last words, if there's anything you want the audience to know before we go.
I think for us, precisely, we see huge opportunity in Nigeria. I think this summit has actually to unlock, even several of that today. For me, I would say personally, looking forward to more of government support to create enablers that will actually drive the actualization of these opportunities in Nigeria. Thank you.
So definitely, public-private sector participation is key, which speaks directly to SDG 17, which is partnerships for the goals.
Absolutely.
So thank you so very much for your time, Ben. I really appreciate it, and thank you to Lafarge Africa for this platform. That brings us to the end of our fireside chat, and thank you very much for your time. Let's put our hands together. For Gbenga Onimowo, who's the commercial